What is up, everybody? This is Omega Bellman back again with another statue and figure talk of the week. This week, I'm going to start out with something a little bit different. I'm going to start out with a question. Because, you know what, let's spice a little bit up, just because it gets a little bit boring at times. So the first question I'm going to start out with, and it's probably going to be something new every week. So this question is going to be, what is your favorite manufacturer for figures and statues? Any of them would be fine, and just go ahead and leave it in the comments. Mine personally is Kotobukiya, because they do a lot of pretty cool, awesome licensed figures, and they're pretty cheap, and at the same time they are pretty well made. So I think if anything else, Alter would be my other one, because they do some really fantastic builds for everything. I mean, anything that comes with them, you know, from the figure all the way down to even the base. They are fantastic at that, but the problem with them was their price is a little bit higher. You're looking at 100 something plus. Most of the Kotobukiya stuff are usually about, you know, $60 to $70. I mean, anything bigger will be probably closer to $100, but I mean, most of their Bushujo stuff is, some of my favorite stuff are like $60. Well, $60 plus shipping and everything that comes together for a pretty big price. But other than that, it's still a pretty cheap price. They do a lot of really cool licensed material. So anyways, like I said, what is your favorite figure or statue manufacturer? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments. So as usual, we do start out with three things I want to talk about: are pre-orders, new releases, and pre-owned stuff. Most of them are from Big Bad Toy Store, amiami.com, and Mandareki from, well, we'll talk about that later. But in the first start, we're going to go with the pre-order stuff. The pre-order stuff here are usually from amiami.com and Big Bad Toy Store. And talk about Big Bad Toy Store, the first one that comes up for pre-order here is from Mezco. If you've seen my other videos, I've done a lot of the Mezco stuff, mostly their 1/12 collection. They're like action figures and things like that. This one's a little bit different. This one is a from Marvel. This is, I should say it's different. I mean, there was one already, but this was Commander Rogers. This is Captain America, I guess. And he has, you know, his cool shield and everything like that. So I guess it says it's a previews exclusive. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's only certain vendors carry and things like that. So I don't know yet. But like I said, Mezco stuff are usually pretty cool. This one has a release date of September 2016 and a price of $80. It's actually, I think, $5 to $10 more dollars expensive than the other Mezco figures. So that is the first one. The second one is also from Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if you can find this one on amiami.com, but this was the one I found on Big Bad Toy Store. This is the 1/6 scale posable Kakashi Hitake statue from Gecko. So Gecko, if you just haven't seen Gecko stuff, I do have two Gecko figures. I think two or three. I think it's two. The one from Guts from Berserk, and Raiden from Metal Gear Raiden, or I guess that's the one from Metal Gear Raiden. So Metal Gear, is it? Yeah, right. Whatever. That one. What was that one called again? But the one with the action one that's made by Platinum. Anyways, Gecko's does some pretty awesome figures. This one's a little bit plain. Maybe that's why it's not that expensive. But like I said, this is actually looks pretty cool. Gecko does some pretty awesome stuff. So 1/6 scale. I think it's about 12 to 13 inches. Let's see what it says here. It doesn't say anything about size wise, but most of their stuff are usually around 12 to 13 inches. Depends on what they are. Like the Guts one is about 15 inches tall because his sword kind of flings up a bit, and the Raiden one is about like 12 and a half, maybe because his hair is sticking up a bit, but that's pretty simple stuff there. But this one is cool because it does have a lightable base, so it's an LED base, and you can put batteries in there and it lights up and it looks cool. He does come with some accessories here with his let's see, he has his hands going up like this while reading the book. He also has one where he's reading the book, and his other one was the lightning in his hand, which is, what's that called? Which is pretty cool. So we'll see how that works. I don't know what's let's see. It looks, yeah, everything else looks pretty cool. Oh, they do have his face with, he has his mask down too, so so he shows up his shooting gun in one eye, so that looks pretty cool. And it does have a release date of July 2016 and it's about $199. You can pre-order it now on it was a Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if I saw that on MeAndMe.com. It's probably on MeAndMe.com too. So because it's a Gecko and it's an import and it's from Japan, so you probably can find it there. The next one is the next pre-order is from MeAndMe.com. This is one I've been kind of waiting for a while now. I haven't had one yet. I'm a big fan of this character, and this is from the Mega House, and it's from the Dragon Ball Gales line. This is Android 18. If you've seen my Bulma one, that's probably from the same one, the Bulma Bunny one, I should say, not the other one. That's from Dimensions of Dragon Ball, so DOD. But this is from the Dragon Ball Gales line. This is a little bit different from your Dragon Ball Z characters. They look a little different. If you've seen the picture, you'll probably seen the pictures by now, but it looks different. But you know what? I'm a big fan of Android 18, and I'll take whatever I can get for Android 18. Mostly this kind of pose. Woo! Pat, 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 pat. So I got sweat coming down. But it looks cool. It does have a price of 7,890 yen, so I want to say about $74. And then about with a release date of it just says late September 2016. So it is probably around, I want to say about 7 inches tall, because her pose is a little bit different. So it's she's kind of leaning down a bit. So it's about 7 inches tall. You could probably sit around eight and a half if she was standing up. So I think it looks cool. I have it on pre-order already, so and it just kind of popped up like after I released my video, and the next one too. So it sucks. So I didn't talk about it, but I have to talk about it now because you know what? It looks freaking awesome. The next one up is from the Capcom Figures Build Creators model. If you've seen I think that's part of the that line to my Morgan over there. I guess you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's the Morgan from I forgot where it's from, but it looks cool. This one is of course Morgan again. This is from that Builders Creators model. This is Darkstalkers Morgan Anslan nurse version. So she's kind of a little bit weird with a nurse suit and a big old like needle in the back with blood in it. It looks freaking fantastic. Like I said, literally when I put up the video for last week's episode, this one popped up and I'm like, oh my god, and I pre-ordered it, so it looks cool. It's a pretty expensive figure, about 10,390 yen, so you're looking at close to $90. Now 90, like $95, $96, pretty expensive there. It does sit at about 8.5 to 9 inches tall. The problem is that it's going crazy. The problem with this one is the difference is the fact that she is leaning over like 18 is at the same time, and then but the difference is she has the syringe in the back that stands up to about 8.5 to 9 inches tall. So the figure is not that tall. She figures probably around 7 inches, 7.5 inches tall, but the syringe is what makes up for that. So it looks pretty cool. And it has release date of September 2016. September is getting really crowded for me, so next crowded is August. So if you haven't seen August yet, that is super crowded there. Okay, so that is it for the pre-ordered stuff. Next up is the new releases. So if you've seen some of the new releases, there has been quite a few, just a few of them. Some of them I had to cancel. I actually had one on pre-order and I had to cancel it because it was kind of racking up a bit for this month. But the first one here is from Good Smile Company. If you haven't seen my video, did I put a video for that? I think I did already. This is the Samus Aran Zero Suit version. It's a 1/8 scale from Good Smile Company. You could order this on MeAndMe.com. It actually came out like a few weeks ago from MeAndMe.com. I do have unboxing and review for that one. Then it does have and this is from Big Bad Toy Store. It does have a price of $89.99. Pretty decent price. It's better than what it was maybe like a year ago or just a few months ago before they even talked about re-releasing this one. So this one, like I said, is a re-release. I mean, before that, you probably could find the figure the cheapest at about $150. So I'll take the $89 over the $160, $170. I think I've seen it up to $200 tops. And it looks pretty cool. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and check it out. I do have a video for that one on my channel here. So I think it looks freaking fantastic. And then next up is from MeAndMe.com. This is from the Fire Emblem Awakening. Cordelia is the name of this character. She looks freaking fantastic. Like I said, unfortunately I had to cancel this one. I did have it pre-ordered, and then I had to cancel it last month. I was just like, things were racking up a little bit too much for this month, and I had to go through and kind of trim down the fat a bit. So I think this one looks freaking awesome. I guarantee you this probably will be a figure that probably will have a hefty price for it if you want to go with the second hand and things like that. So we'll see what happens, but it looks cool. It's also from a Good Smile Company with a price of 12,930 yen, so about $120. So pretty, or 110 or something like that dollars, or about $120. Pretty expensive. It's a pretty expensive figure. That's the reason why I had to kind of trim down a bit, because I had a few of them that were pretty high priced, so I had to trim down and stuff that a bit. I don't know much about Fire Emblem. That's the reason why I had to trim it down. But it looks freaking fantastic. I like the pose of it. I like the fact that, I don't know if that's her shield or something behind her. That looks freaking fantastic. Let's see. She does stand about probably 8.5 inches tall, so pretty tall there too. So it looks cool. I think it looks fantastic. Then that is it for the new stuff, the new figures. We are moving on to pre-owned figures and statues. Most of these are from amiami.com and Mendoreke, which is pretty cool. If you haven't visited any of them, I suggest you visit them. Amiami.com has a really good way of figuring out which one's pre-owned and things like that. Most of the stuff on Mendoreke is like all pre-owned. Maybe a few of them are new, but mostly, yeah. But you'll find like a lot of really awesome like rare figures and things like that from there. So, and it'll cost you arm and a leg, but if you're looking for rare stuff, that's a good place to go. Like I said, amiami.com is first. This one is it's called the High Priestess line from Mega House. It's from the anime Persona 4, which is Chie, is the character, 1/8 scale. This is exclusive to the Bandai, the Mega Tree Shop, I guess. I think that's what it said. It just gives you a whole big list of names, but this one is pretty expensive, about 11,000 yen. So I want to say 11,480 yen, so about $110 or something like that. So pretty expensive. And it stands about 8 inches tall, but it looks pretty cool. A lot of people like Chie as the character from Persona 4 because she's kind of a tomboy and she likes to fight and things like that. So a lot of people like her. Like I said, it's from Mega House too, so you guarantee some pretty premium figure there. So. And then the next one up is also from a Persona game. Well, this is from the anime too, the movie, I guess you want to call it. This is from Dwell. Dwell's does some pretty cool stuff. I have a few figures from them, but this is from Persona 3, the movie. This is Yukari, which is, if you haven't played the Persona games yet, they're pretty cool. They're awesome stuff. I'm not a big fan of the time stuff, so I rarely play them, but they are good RPG games and good dungeon crawlers, and if you like the story around them, I think it's fantastic. But anyways, we're not here to talk about games because that's on something else. It does have a price of 8,980 yen. Still pretty expensive for what it is. I mean, it's been out for maybe a few months now. I've seen it drop down to like 7,000 yen. It does have a listing price of 9,500 yen, but I've seen it drop down to as low as like 5,000, I think so. But this one is pretty up there. I mean, it's gone up. I don't know why. I probably should have bought it back when it was still like really cheap, but it does. There's the 8,980 yen. It's about 8 inches tall, so I think this one still looks freaking fantastic. I like the color to it. I like the pose and everything. The face might look a little bit flat, at least from the picture here, but it still looks fantastic. So next up, we are switching to Mendoreke.jp, .co.jp. If you haven't gone to any of these sites yet, they have like a Japanese site for this one and an English site. The English site doesn't have as much. Some of the stuff are missing from the Japanese site, but most of the stuff is usually there. So anyways, from Mendoreke, this is from Medicom Toy. These are pretty cool stuff. Medicom does some like action figures, kind of in the same as Sideshow Collectibles, about the 12-inch action figures. This is from Kill la Kill. This is Satsuki Kiri, I think so. I have never seen Kill la Kill, but these figures tend to kind of fluctuate a bit, and you know what? mostly the main character from Kill la Kill. I don't know what the name is. I've seen it fluctuate so much. Satsuki is not, she doesn't fluctuate as much, but it looks cool. I think they look cool. Like I said, it's from Medicom. They're Real Action Heroes line. I do have one Real Action Hero, and that's Guts from Berserk. And it looks freaking cool. So they look at cool like clothing and everything like that. Mostly the Satsuki here probably looks almost like a Gundam in her suit. So I think she got the cool like sword, but it's pretty pricey. They usually new price for them are about $200 something, $220. Mendodeki has it for 15,000 yen, so $145 or something like that. Pretty decent price for how big it is, and her sword can go up pretty high. It depends on how you stand it. So I think that looks cool. And then the last thing from Mendodeki is, which is kind of weird because I haven't seen. I saved this like a day and a half ago or 2 days ago, and it's still here. I'm surprised, maybe because of the price of it. But this is from Kotobukiya, the Bishujo Marvel line. This is Black Widow, which is the normal version. I do actually have the same figures there, but it's an exclusive version, like a stealth camo version. So this one is pretty cool looking. This is say about 12,000 yen. She does come with a base and then the little hood of Hawkeye on the bottom, which is freaking awesome. But it does have a price, like I said, it's pretty expensive, about 12,000 yen, $118, $117. Back then it was probably only like $60, $70, but yeah, so almost twice that price. Yeah, and they do have another one on the shop that is about 3,000 yen. So, but that one's sold out, and 3,000 yen. I would totally buy that, no problem. Even if I had scratches and things like that, I'll probably still buy that. But this is, like I said, Mendodeki usually lists like if there's like something wrong with it. You would probably know the reason why it's so cheap. But 12,000 yen for this one, decent price. I mean, you might go look around on eBay or something. You might find something cheaper. Who knows? I found mine for about $80 or $70 from myfigurecollection.net. The person was selling it. I'm just like, I'm buying it. No way, ain't gonna pass on that. So, anyways, that is it for this week's statue and figure talk. Like I said, go ahead and answer the question that I gave you guys. What is your favorite statue and figure manufacturer? Mine, of course, is Kotobukiya, and I said that in the beginning already. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see everybody next week. Peace out.